Good morning, everyone. Oh, it's better than that, isn't it? Good morning. Woo! We are so excited to see all of you here today. I am president of the school board, Katy Simon Holland, and we are just so grateful for all of you coming out today. Students, would you stand up and raise a hand? Let's give them a hand. Let's give all these students a hand that are here today. Woo! Great to see all of you, and we know you are the very important people here today. You can be seated. I am joined today by my fellow trustees on the Washoe County School District Board of Trustees. With us today, Vice President Melina Raymond. Yay, Melina. Trustee Ellen Minetto. Clerk of the Board, Dr. Angie Taylor, our Hall of Famer. Scott Kelly, Trustee Scott Kelly. And we will be introducing some other very important people in a few moments. We are delighted today to be here to celebrate the groundbreaking of our first new high school since Damani Ranch. The Hug High School moved to Wild Creek. We are so excited to have you here. Thank you. And of course, we couldn't have done this without the passage of WC1, our ballot initiative, that many of the folks who worked on that are here today. And as always, we thank the voters of Washoe County for believing in our children to build this new school for Hug High School. Woo! We will begin today's ceremonies with the presentation of our nation's colors. Please stand and remove all hats. The colors are being presented this morning by the Hug High School Hawks, JROTC Regiment. Commanding the color guard is Cadet Sergeant Ariana Medina. The other members of the color guard are Cadet Sergeant Lupe Mazariogos, Cadet Staff Sergeant Natalia Alvarez, and Cadet Corporal Brian Diaz. And the color guard is advised by Chief Warrant Officer 3, Ed Holler. Please remain standing. And the national anthem will be performed by the Hug High School Jazz Choir, directed by Ms. Jane Brown.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wonderful. Beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. Hug Hawks, JROTC Color Guard. You may be seated. What a beautiful day it is. I know Richard J. said he called the Chamber of Commerce and arranged for this weather, so we are so grateful for this beautiful weather today. And I'd like to thank all of the elected officials who made time to be here today, many of whom worked hard to help us get to this great groundbreaking today. Please hold your applause until the end, and we will acknowledge all of the wonderful people who have made time to be here today. But we can applause for this one, our governor, Steve Sisolak. Thank you, Governor, for being here today. We have state legislators, Assemblyman Greg Smith. We have Alexis Hansen. We have Assemblywoman Sarah Peters, State Senator Julia Ratty, Assemblyman Skip Daly. Thank you all for being here. From the City of Reno, City Councilman Oscar Delgado is here. City of Sparks, I believe Ron Smith is here. Don Abbott is here. Thank you for always being here, Donald Abbott. Washoe County, I see Commissioner Von Hartung is here, and I believe that Commissioner Bob Lucy and Commissioner Kitty Jung are also here. And then from the Sun Valley General Improvement District, Carmen Ortiz, I believe, is here. We also want to thank our State Superintendent, Joan Ebert, for being here today and making time for us. And we have representatives from the offices of Senator Catherine Cortez Masto and Senator Jackie Rosen. So let's give all of them a big round of applause. And if I missed anyone, my apologies. You know, a lot of these legislators and others worked very hard to help us get here. And of course, Debbie Smith, her husband, Greg Smith, is here, and let's give Debbie Smith a round of applause for all she did to get us here. So we are so happy to have this school started, and I think it was fitting that the work is still going on while the national anthem is being sung, but they don't have much time to waste because we are going to have this school open and on budget very soon. We have completed many projects since the passage of WC1 for capital funding, passed in 2016, and we have others under construction, but this is the biggest one by far. We have spent $100 million on repairs to our schools, and of course we've opened 3 new schools already from that funding. So this is such a keystone of our efforts. How's that? You know, we get a flyover for a school groundbreaking. How good is that? Very important to us today to have this groundbreaking, and we are pleased to have our governor, Steve Sisolak, here to celebrate with us. So, Governor, would you please come say a few words? Thank you so much, Governor. Okay.
Thank you. Good morning. I got elected about a year ago, and I realized I had a lot of responsibilities and a lot of things that I get to do, and one of them I asked about if I had the authority to give the raw kids the rest of the day off, and I was told emphatically, no, I don't have that authority. So, hey guys, I tried. That's all I can tell you. I tried, but I got shot down. But thank you all for being here. It's important because today is really about you. It's about the work that went into getting us this far, but it's about you and your futures, and that's why we're here, and that's why this is so important. Before I begin with my prepared remarks, I'd like to acknowledge WCSD Board President Katy Simon Holland, who you just heard, WCSD Interim Superintendent Dr. Kristen McNeill, who's here sitting in the front, of course, Joan Ebert, our state school superintendent, who's with us, Principal Cristina Oronoz, the Public Schools Overcrowding and Repair Needs Committee, and WCSD board members, trustees, and staff, and all the community members, students, and parents, and citizens who voted for this to help make this happen today. We sincerely appreciate everything that you did. Let's give them a round of applause. I can attest these ballot measures are not easy to pass. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of walking and knocking and talking to people, and your efforts are greatly appreciated on behalf of the state and particularly on behalf of these students that are going to get the benefit of this. Today we celebrate, the beginning of the construction of the new Procter R High School, a monumental project that has been years in the making and represents a major investment in the community. The existing Hug High School, which is 50 years old this year, not quite as old as me, but it's 50 years old. That wasn't a joke. That was I'm just kidding. And this future campus serve an area that is often felt overlooked as new schools were built elsewhere, and new areas of town benefited from more investment and more improvements. As governor, it has been my goal to ensure that all communities have equal access to high-quality education and facilities. Every student deserves a shot at success, and it starts with the environment in which they learn. This school will be built with the highest standards by the highest professionals that are available in the state of Nevada, and we're intent on making it an incredible experience for all of you. This kind of major investment by the school district is one of the key ways we make a more equitable county, region, and state. This project took a lot of work to get off the ground, and a lot of community effort went into making it happen. Folks speaking up for their children, speaking up for their neighborhoods, and working closely with the school district on all aspects of this development. I want to acknowledge the education activists and supporters who helped craft and build support for the ballot question that ultimately provided the capital for this project. Thank you all so much from the bottom of our heart. It would not have been possible without your efforts at the very beginning. And it's an incredible day to see the fruition of their initial efforts. They deserve a round of applause for that. Thank you. The voters trusted the school district and the Board of Trustees that they would keep their promise to fund constructions of high-quality schools. And that's exactly what they're doing today with the new Procter High School. In addition to this school, 3 new schools have opened, and 2 schools are set to open next year that were specifically listed on the initial ballot, the original ballot question. An additional high school has been expanded, and $100 million has already been put into repairing and upgrading some of our older schools. And even more projects are on the way and are underway. Washoe County has seen explosive growth over the last few years, and it's great to see that its community and elected leaders are responding to those growing and evolving needs. Nothing is more important than the educating of our children. I look forward to visiting this school and all the students, teachers, and staff once the school is built. And rest assured, I'm hoping that I will be invited to the ribbon cutting when you open this up in a few years. Thank you for having me here to celebrate this tremendous accomplishment. I am so incredibly proud of everybody that's put so much effort into making this a reality. You have a lot to be proud of today, and this sunny day gives us hope for the future, and I'm so proud of the students that are going to be attending this school. Thank you all. God bless you. Have a great day.
I think we might be able to arrange for an invitation to the ribbon cutting. What do you think?
Taking up on that.
I know. Hey, you know people. Oh, yes, it has been a journey getting here, and we are so thankful for the support that's enabled us, as the governor said, to build 3 new schools this year. And of course, within that $100 million of capital funding for repairs and maintenance, and the millions that we have spent on our new schools, 90% of those jobs went to local contractors and subcontractors. 90%. And of course, we have other schools underway: Marcy Hers Middle School in the Arrow Creek area, South Reno, and John Bohatch Elementary School in Spanish Springs, which is located right next door to the beautiful new Sky Ranch Middle School. We finished an expansion of Damani Ranch High School, again on time and on budget, and we have plans actively in progress to expand and upgrade Swope Middle School and build a larger, modern facility to replace O'Brien STEM Academy. As the governor said, this is a major investment, and not only is it a new school campus for Procter High School, but it is overcrowding relief. This new campus will be almost 50% larger than the current one, which allows for rezoning to relieve Spanish Springs High School. We were visiting Spanish Springs High School just this week, the superintendent and some of the trustees, and we will have 550 kids in the graduating class of Spanish Springs, so we desperately need to do some, yes, and we will have more than 4,000 graduates this year as well. We should applaud that. When students are out of the existing HUG campus, that site will see a major overhaul as a northern area career and technical academy, and we are very excited to build that career and technical center to serve our whole district. About 40% of our kids today in high school are in a career and technical program, and we know that kids that finish a career and technical program have a 98% graduation rate. So we know how important it is to make sure that career and technical education is front and center. We know that's been important to our governor and to our legislators as well. It provides badly needed additional options for students, and it adds more seats at the high school level, again, further reducing overcrowding. So as we said, like all of our new schools and retrofits to older buildings, this building's design will be revolutionary. It focuses on energy efficiency, sustainability, long-term thinking, and safety for our students. We're investing in durable building materials, energy-saving systems like geothermal heat exchange, natural light, and much more. And the capital funding to build these schools cannot be spent on salaries or other operating expenses. These investments in efficiency and sustainability will save operating funds over time and lower operating costs and energy costs. And it's another way that our buildings and WC1 contribute to the sustainability of our district, our county, and our region, and our state as a whole. In terms of that design, I'd very much like to thank the Cunningham Group and H&K Architects for their work on this school and their contribution to this event. Let's give them a round of applause. And H&K is also the architecture firm that designed our new elementary schools, and they are lovely. Mike Kazmierski from the Economic Development Authority, when he visited our new elementary school, Nick Polakidis, the other day, said it looked like a community college campus. It's so extraordinary. So we deserve to give our kids the best. And as the governor said, we value and we appreciate every one of our students. Every student is important to us. And kids know that they feel valued and appreciated when you invest in them. And these capital facilities are a way that we can show every single one of our children that they matter to us. Absolutely. There are a lot of people we want to thank and a few perspectives that we'll share with you. Each one of our speakers today will thank a specific person or two, but please know that each speaker and everyone here is thankful to the entire community and everyone who helped us get here. I'd also like to say a big thank you to our student musicians and singers who performed this morning. Awesome. Awesome job. Wonderful. We also know that music and arts are an important part of our education, and thank you, teachers, educators, administrators, for supporting those kids. We wouldn't be here today without the community group that came up with the ballot question, and one of the groups that was represented on the committee and worked hard to pass that ballot question and kept working to advocate for schools and to build them was organized labor. And I'd like to invite Ted Koch, the representative from Nevada AFL-CIO, who sat on that committee, to speak. Todd?
Thank you, Madam President. Good morning, Governor Sisolak, all of our elected representatives, President Simon Holland, Interim Superintendent McNeill, the Washoe County School District staff, parents, students, and all of the community supporters that are here today. I want to start by thanking Tim Defoe from the Cunningham Group. It was his original idea back in 2015 that the district should make this location, the new Hug High School, with the current Hug High School getting turned into a career and technical education center. He presented this to the ballot question committee, which loved the idea. It was put on the ballot, and we find ourselves here today making it happen. I wish to thank my colleagues that I had the pleasure of serving with on the Public Schools Overcrowding and Repair Needs Committee, in particular, Mike Kate. He spent much of his precious time working on Washoe County's public education, and he was taken from us way too soon. But most importantly, I want to thank Debbie Smith. She also was taken from us way too soon. I first met Debbie in 1995 as I began my career representing construction workers and their families. I had the pleasure of working with her for over 2 decades. There are many in our community that have done much for our schools, but I know of no one that did more than she did to make sure our public schools were properly funded. It was her legislation that led to WC1 being put on the ballot. I pray that we can fully honor her soon by naming a school after her. Yeah. Lastly, I want to thank the school district for making all this progress happen just as they said they would. You see, besides the obvious educational benefit to our community, there's also a huge economic one. My own son-in-law has been currently employed on this construction project. Earlier this year, 2 important bills became law that affect construction projects like this one. The first restored prevailing wage in our school construction, and the second one allows for public works project labor agreements once again. These agreements ensure that the construction will be done by the highest skilled, most productive workers from the local area. They also allow non-union contractors to access these workers that they wouldn't normally have. I urge the school district to use these on its future projects. Thank you, Assemblyman Daley, and all the other legislators for working so hard on this. And thank you, Governor Sisolak, for signing those bills into law. Thank you, everybody, and go Hawks.
All right. Thank you, Todd, and thank you for everything that you and your brothers and sisters in the labor movement did for this effort and for our students. As we look to the future of our children and their education, there is one person that is really leading the charge for the Washoe County School District, someone who has been with the school district for a very long time, has her heart and soul into educating every child by name and face to graduation, our interim superintendent, my friend, Kristen McNeill. In her hug high colors, thank you, everyone.
Good morning. Go Hawks! All right. Welcome, Governor Sisolak, State Superintendent Joan Ebert, all of our legislators, our Board of Trustees, and all of our students. Let's give another round of applause for all of our students here. This really is a community win and belongs to the entire community. There were some groups that were really instrumental in making this happen from the very, very beginning. President Simon Holland mentioned labor unions, and I also want to mention our teachers, the Washoe Education Association, who also works so very, very hard every day and night, and whose members work hard for our students every day. Please give the Washoe Education Association and Natha Anderson, their president, a round of applause. They were part of the external ballot question, and I'd like to thank everyone who was involved with that effort. So if you were involved with the Save Our Schools movement in Washoe, please stand and please be recognized for your dedicated efforts to our children. You know, this building is going to be about our future, and I'd like to look in that direction. This brand new school will be in great hands with the woman I'm going to introduce and be honored to introduce next. She is one of our most dedicated principals. She works tirelessly every day and night for the students of Hug High School. Please welcome up the one, the only, Cristina Oronoz. Principal Oronoz will remain the principal of Hug High School when we open this new school. And joining her to speak today, I'd like to invite up 2 others from Hug High School, Hug staff member and parent, Nico Moreno, and school naming member, and Hug High School freshman, Alex Mejia. Mejia.
Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Nico Moreno. I've been at HAC since 2013. I'm the head groundskeeper and the boys varsity coach. I am married. I have 3 beautiful daughters and a beautiful wife. One of my daughters graduated from HAC last year, and she's currently going to UNR. My second will be graduating class of 2020 from HAC, and she is currently, she got accepted to go to UNR. And then finally, my youngest daughter will have the opportunity to attend to the new high school after it's being built. It is an honor to stand before you to represent high school and what it stands for. Students will finally have the school that they serve for and the name we're all proud of. I'm sure it means a lot to the Procter R family to be able to carry on the name and his legacy as much as it does to all of us. And for me as a groundskeeper and a soccer coach, I will be spoiled with top-of-the-line irrigation system and a brand new soccer fields. Once again, thanks for the opportunity. And I would like to take the opportunity to say something on my first language, which is Spanish. Mi nombre es Nico Moreno. Trabajo para la escuela preparatoria High School. Estoy ahí desde el 2013. También soy el entrenador del equipo de soccer. Estoy casado, tengo 3 hermosas hijas. Una de mis hijas se graduó el año pasado de la escuela HAC. Actualmente va a la Universidad de Reno, Nevada. Mi segunda hija se va a graduar este año de HAC y ya la aceptaron para ir a la Universidad de Reno, Nevada. Finalmente, mi hija, la más pequeña, tendrá la oportunidad de asistir a la escuela nueva que se construirá. Es un honor estar aquí frente a todos ustedes. Esto es verdaderamente un honor estar con ustedes. Después de 50 años, finalmente los estudiantes tendrán la oportunidad de asistir a una escuela nueva. Estoy seguro que ellos estarán orgullosos de estar aquí. También estoy seguro que es muy importante para la familia Procter R poder continuar con su nombre y con su legado. Una vez más, muchas gracias por la oportunidad. Gracias.
Hi. My name is Alejandro Mejia. I am on the Washoe County School District Naming Committee. I am a freshman at Hug High School and will graduate from the new high school my senior year. First of all, I would like to thank the school board and the community for allowing this school to happen and be built. As you guys probably know, the names of the CTE and Wild Creek High School were highly contested and very debated about. For all those people who wanted HUG to continue, I am personally very excited for the future and what it may bring. New opportunities and a new chapter in our lives. As many of you probably know, HUG opened in 1968, so it shouldn't come to a surprise that it isn't in the best condition after 50 years. However, the new school won't be great because it is new. It will be great. Hold on. The new school won't be great because it is new. It is the choice of the student body whether they make it great or not so great. The new school is a great opportunity for students to thrive and reach for the sky. New school, new friends, new opportunities, and a new us. Go class of 2023!
Good morning, buenos dias. My name is Cristina Oronoz, and this is my third year as the proud and humbled principal at Hug High School, Procter R Hug High School. Very excited to continue as Hug Hawks. I want to begin by expressing my gratitude to everyone who dedicated years of work and effort to make this happen. Your passion and dedication is appreciated. Thanks to the community and to Washoe County School District for believing in our students, families, faculty, and staff, and for believing that a new school was in great need. A special thank you to Clark and Sullivan Construction for taking on the project of building our school and for making it happen to open in August 2022. Also, thank you to Clark and Sullivan Construction for assisting with this exciting groundbreaking event and celebration. Some of our graduating class of 2023 are here today celebrating, and they are ready to be the first graduating class of the new Hug High School. Go class of... they are all ready and excited for this new 21st century teaching and learning environment and opportunity. The new school will truly make a positive difference. Years ago, I was a teacher at another school district at a very similar school as the current Hug High School. Similar demographics, issues with an older building, even similar layout. A brand new school was built for the zone and opened when I was still working at the school. I experienced firsthand the difference a new building made to our students, faculty, staff, community as a whole. It improved the school's community attitude and experience to the teaching and learning, and it increased morale. Students were more engaged and took ownership of their learning, and they showed a lot more spirit. I know the very same thing will happen at our new school here as we move into the new Hug High School in August of 2022. It's our goal. And I want to thank everyone because you have given our students a gift that will forever be appreciated. And for that, from the bottom of my heart and Hug's community, we love you and we thank you for that. We do have some families here from Hug High School, so I will also speak in Spanish. Mi nombre es Cristina Oronoz, la directora de Hug High School. Este es mi tercer año como directora. Estoy muy emocionada y contenta de continuar como Hug Hugs. Quiero comenzar empezando a dar mi gratitud a todos los que se dedicaron años de trabajo y esfuerzo para que esto suceda. Su pasión, su dedicación son apreciadas. Gracias a la comunidad y al distrito escolar por creer en nuestros estudiantes, familias, facultad y personal, por creer que se necesitaba una escuela nueva. Un especial reconocimiento para Clark y Sullivan por asumir el proyecto de construir nuestra escuela y hacer que se inaugure en agosto del 2022. Y gracias por ayudar con esta emocionante celebración. Parte de nuestra clase del grado 9 están aquí hoy, celebrando y están listos para hacer la primera clase de graduados del año 2023 de la nueva escuela secundaria Hug. Estamos listos y emocionados por un nuevo entorno de enseñanza y aprendizaje del siglo XXI. La nueva escuela realmente hará una diferencia positiva. Hace años era una maestra en un distrito escolar en una escuela muy similar. Se construyó una escuela nueva para esa zona y se abrió cuando todavía yo estaba allí. Tuve la experiencia de primera mano de ver la diferencia que un nuevo edificio hizo para nuestros estudiantes, profesores, personal, familias y la comunidad. Mejoró la actitud y experiencia de la escuela, la enseñanza y el aprendizaje aumentó y la moral aumentó también. Los estudiantes estaban más comprometidos y se apropiaron de su aprendizaje y mostraron más espíritu escolar. Sé que lo mismo sucederá aquí cuando nos mudemos a nuestra escuela nueva. Le han dado a nuestros estudiantes un regalo que será apreciado para siempre. Y por eso les agradecemos y desde el fondo de mi corazón los amamos. Gracias.
Thank you, Cristina. And I'd like to send a special thank you to all. We have an extended family here in the Washoe County School District. We have 8,000 employees. And so I want to send a special shout out to all of our family members here today. I'd love for my leadership team to stand and be recognized. All of our employees who are here with the Washoe County School District, please stand and be recognized for your dedication and love to where we are today. They didn't know I was going to do that. I'd love to also thank and to echo Christina's thanks to our contractor on this entire project, Clark and Sullivan. Thank you for helping us with this ceremony. Thank you for building the expansion to Damani Ranch High School and time on and on budget, just like we're going to do with this one. Thank you for your work with Marcy Hers Middle School in South Reno. And I know the weather will be just like this, but we're going to get the work done. So thank you so much, Clark and Sullivan. First, a man who needs no introduction. The guy who was out there nonstop to educate the community on the needs for this ballot question. Please, everyone, give a round of applause to Mr. Pete Etchart, our Chief Operating Officer. I'd also like to thank our facilities management leadership, Mr. Adam Searcy and Tammy Zimmerman. You both have done such a phenomenal work to get to where we are today and to get this project off the ground. I know how hard you work, because I was with Tammy last night at a neighborhood advisory meeting, and then we went over to Wooster High School for a zoning meeting, so I definitely know how hard you both work. I'd also like to recognize, and he's not going to like this, but I'm going to do it anyways, Mr. Riley Sutton, whose last day is today with the Washoe County School District. Where is Riley? There he is. Riley has been with us in 2015, and this has been his life's work. And I just want to thank you. The board wants to thank you. Your entire team wants to thank you, Riley, for everything that you have done to get us where we are today. And yes, I pronounced Marcy Hers correctly. I also want to thank our Hug High School families, students, and staff, those from Sparks and Trainer Middle Schools who advocated for this beautiful new school. You showed up, you spoke up, you advocated for your community, and we are here today because of you. Let's give them a round of applause. Along with them, all of our community supporters and our communications team who rallied them, thank you for your support and your tireless efforts. All of our students, everyone made this possible. Help me recognize our entire communications team as well. And finally, but not last and definitely not least, our Hug High School students, the Jazz Choir, Sinfonia, JORTC, the Mariachi, our pep band, the athletic students. Some of them you haven't seen or heard from yet, but you will when you see them and hear them at our photo opportunity. For them, the Hug High School staff who made this all possible, one last round of applause, please. And now it is my great honor to wrap up. Please welcome trustees whose district this is, Trustee Ellen Minetto, whose children attended Hug, and Angie Taylor, a proud Hug Hawk graduate.
Hello, yes, I'm Ellen Minetto, and I'm the one who represents this area. And like she said, I am really excited about this school because not only did my twin daughters graduate from Hug, my students who go to Virginia Palmer are going to come here and graduate. Hug High, yeah. All right. So, yeah, I'm thrilled. So I am supposed to tell you to remind you, as we have in the program, we have 40 classrooms, 11 science labs, 15 collaborative learning spaces, 17 specialized labs. This will all give us a relief for overcrowding, as well as amazing opportunities for our children here in Washoe County, our kids. And so, not to belabor this, I'm just going to turn it over to our local graduate, our alumni.
Thank you, Ellen. Good morning. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Good morning. As a very, very proud graduate, see my Hug jacket? I had to dig this out, Governor, but I can still get in it. So I should have worn my Letterman jacket. Dang. Next time. As a very, very proud graduate of Hug High School, I can't tell you how excited the entire Hug community is to have this project finally happening. So a big thanks again to the school naming committee, to my colleagues, to all of those who are involved in allowing the proud tradition in the name of Hug High School to continue and to move 1 mile away down the street with the name. Because see, Hug High School is more than a building. It isn't just a building, it's the people, it's the students, it's the alumni, it's the families, it's the community, this community that has persevered, has survived, and has excelled in spite of what would really be overwhelming odds. So this is not just a new building. This is a new building, but it really isn't a new school. Hug High School will live on. This school has a tradition of over 50 years strong, and now the spirit of that tradition, the spirit of Hug High School, will be kept alive. As a former student body president, I have always been proud of our school and of what being a Hug High Hawk is really all about. Because, see, we are doctors, we are lawyers, we are school board trustees, we are university presidents and teachers and Gates Millennium Scholars 2 times over. We are business people, we are public servants, we are so much more. So from all of us in the Hug High School family, we just want to say thank you for sending the message that when we say every child by name and face to graduation, we really mean every child. Every child. In fact, my grandmother, who was 96, would say, everybody. That means we mean everybody. Say everybody. We mean it when we say every child by name and face to graduation. That means what? That means everybody. So now, all right, let's do this, trustees. Meet me at the dirt pile. Save me a hard hat. All of our speakers today, elected officials, Governor, will you please join us over at the dirt pile? I hope you wore your good shoes. Members of Peace Horn, come over to the dirt pile. Principal Cristina, send up the students and the staff who are on the shovels. Everyone share a shovel with a student. Then all the rest of the students grab, we have these little white plastic shovels. Those are yours to keep. Come and stand behind us. And Riley, will you come over and do the honors and count us down? Let us break ground.
3, 2, 1, break ground.